My name is Lexy Desjarlais. This is me with my band. We are from Regina, Saskatchewan, and we play some jazz music. The backstory of the band, we've been kind of friends for years. We were all introduced throughout the music industry, and we've been playing music for about a year now together. However, I've been playing with Troy, who's the bass player, for about probably like 5 years now, on and off. He played at my first show with me acoustically. And from there, I met Ethan Nêhiyawak, who plays keys, and Scott Pettigrew, who actually was helpful in the process of me releasing my EP. And and then it all came together at the album release show when I met Ramiro, and it just kind of, it was a perfect puzzle piece. Throughout the entire pandemic, it's been kind of a struggle to figure out how we can be, or like at least continue on with what we've been doing. But last year we got the opportunity to get an audition for Ness Creek. So that's kind of how we all came together with the piece that we are now. And so we've had a lot of rehearsals in the summertime. We played a couple shows at the Kier, which was really awesome. And it just kind of fueled us to be able to continue on with what we're doing. So when we get the opportunity to jam, we kind of we rehearse the songs that we know already, but it's been a really cool process learning how to write together and actually figure this out, where it's not just something that's forward of my stuff. I really like the input that they put in. So it's just been kind of whenever we get the chance to write together, which is really cool. So our writing process as a band has been definitely a learning curve. But initially it started out with music that I had written acoustically that I would perform by myself, and just kind of trying to evolve that together. So I give a lot of freedom to them, which has been really great for us to figure out how to play together. It was initially stuff that I brought to the band lyrically and with kind of the key, and because they're such phenomenal musicians, we just kind of built there together. Like, it wasn't something where I was trying to control anything of what they were trying to do. It's kind of been a process where we all start initially with this bass song and we just build from there. So it's been really cool to see how we work together as a team, because we all have a very base idea of what our sound should be, which has been, just building off of that has been really cool.
Clouds fill up the sky while the thunder roars. Rain is crashing down. Oh, how it pours. There's a silence in the trees. It brings me to my knees, dancing in the street. No shoes on my feet. Time to step out on my own. Don't wait by the phone. Tried to let you in. Look at this mess we're in. I've spent many nights believing all the fights, placed all my bets on you. What else could I do? changing on my ways. Everything is you. Gonna find me someone new. Don't know where to start. Maybe following my heart. For now I'll ease the pain. I'll learn to love again, love again, love again, 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 again.
Love Again, I actually wrote this summer with my sister, kind of. We were just sitting in our porch and it was raining out, and we decided to try for the first time to write something together because she's very poetic and I'm the musician in the family. And she went through a lot of personal stuff this summer, so it was just kind of a way for us to try and get through that together or be there and support each other. But what happened was it was raining, we were sitting on my porch, and I just decided to hit record on my phone, and we got this really beautiful take where you could hear the rain in the background, and it just was like we were so emotional and so raw in that moment, and it was really cool to build off of each other's experiences. So it's about, honestly, like heartbreak and realizing that you're gonna go through it, and even though it's really hard at that moment to go through that heartbreak, you can literally change your ways and you can learn to love again, whether that be somebody else or even just falling in love with yourself. So it was a really personal song that was really cool to come out of the pandemic, honestly. So what inspires me most, at least with the songs that I've written so far, has been a lot that I've gone through with other people, whether that be romantic relationship-wise or just in general, my interactions with people that I'm close to. So a lot of the songs that I have already have a lot to do with whether it be heartbreak or having a crush on somebody or something like that. But it's been cool working with the band in that way where it's not now focused just on that, because that's really all that I had for experience. But with Ramiro, like, he's very passionate about things that he's passionate about, and like I listen to what he says and kind of build from there. And like with Troy and with us just all being so close and able to work together, it's been a really cool difference from writing alone. So that's been something that I've really enjoyed. Some career aspirations, especially because it's such a new project, is just being able to get other people to hear it. Like, it's been really cool for us to be together in our jam space and play together, but what we don't ever really talk about is it's a really special project, and I think that really cool things are going to happen. So last summer we were supposed to play a few festivals, and that obviously didn't happen. So basically I just want to lead off with where we stopped, like play festivals, play in front of people, just play music. I don't really have any like goals other than that, but I think that if you just stay along for the ride, like really cool things will happen, and I'm just excited to see where that'll go. Specifically with my art, to better it, I find that honestly, I'm a very emotional person, and so just feeling my emotions and kind of working with myself, and like I'm definitely somebody who closes off quite a bit, but realizing that I can open up with something like this, and it can be like transpired in any way from any other person. So basically just like being able to be open and vulnerable is like my biggest thing that I want to try to do to better my music, at least, because that was something when I first started that was really hard for me.
You're in my mind, imprinted in my deepest thoughts, for which I tell me, boy, how do you feel? I need to know if this is real, because only you reel me in, and I know in my deep within that when I'm with you, boy, it's hard to deny, and all these feelings I just don't wanna hide. The smell of your skin makes me weak in the knees, and there's no one else that I'd rather please but you, for the things that you do. But you. And when I'm with you, boy, it's hard to deny, and all these feelings I just don't wanna hide. The smell of your skin makes me weak in the knees, and there's no one else that I'd rather please but you, for the things that you do. But you.
But You was something that I wrote a few years ago when I recorded my first EP. I'd gone through a really bad breakup, and I just was having a really hard time being able to kind of just like express it in some way. I really like journaling, and I just like sat down by myself one day and kind of reread some of the journal entries that I wrote, and I was able to kind of play around with this song, and But You came out of that, which was honestly like, I feel like it was like the pinnacle of the breakup, being like, you know what, it was bad that this happened, but I think really cool things are going to come out of it. So do I dabble in other artistic mediums? Honestly, like in high school, I was pretty like artistic because I took art class, and that was a really cool thing. And a big goal of mine over the last year especially has just been trying to get back into doing art, because like with music, it's something that I have always done. My family was always super musical, and so it's been a part of my life for so long. It wasn't anything that I ever really truly had to work for. So just like putting in that passion towards other art forms would be really cool. And like I really like drawing, but I stopped because I just didn't feel good enough. But being some type of musician made me realize that you don't need to be great to do something artistic, and just being able to express yourself that way is like a privilege almost, you know. My advice honestly is just keep going, even if you feel self-conscious or you feel like you have nowhere to turn. Like doing it just because you love it is all you need as a basis to be somebody who plays music or be somebody who draws. You don't need to do it for anybody else but you. And once you are comfortable enough trusting yourself, I feel like you can really accomplish anything. Like because I trusted myself, I was able to meet everybody like Troy, and I was able to meet Ramiro, and it was just, it's so exciting just to live it. So don't ever overthink it. Well, what is next for me in the band is honestly just as soon as we can play shows, play them. It'll be really cool when we are able to actually write music together, and get that process started too. But for the most part, it's just like playing in front of people, even if it's 5 people or like say my mom, like I just want to play. Like I want other people to hear what we have, because I do believe it's really special, and I'm really excited for other people to interpret it in any way that they want to. Community, to me, the biggest thing that I find is just like, it's that support system that you never think about. They're just like the music community, especially. Like I started out acoustically playing shows that were mostly covers at bars, and because I continued on with that, there's this unknown community to me of musicians throughout the city that just support you so much, and like no matter where you are, everybody's always there to lend a helping hand in some way, shape, or form. So just like community, to me, the main thing is just that support that is in the back of your mind that you never think about, but is always there, which is it's really nice. My main thing for defining success, honestly, is just how happy it makes me. Because at the end of the day, like when I'm on my deathbed, I'm not really going to think about like fame or fortune. It's literally just how happy I was living the life that I lived. And having music be a part of that is just something that I never would have imagined before. And so success for me, honestly, is just being happy, doing what you love, and doing it because it's something you want to do, not because you have something to prove. I love what I do, and I love the people that I work with, and like the dudes never feel like, I don't feel like they ever believe me when I say they are so special to me. And I just want them to know, like, it's such a great opportunity. And like each one of them, I'm so happy to have met them. And whether or not, because it's an untitled project right now and we're kind of just going by Lexy Desjarlais and the whatever, I just want everybody to know that I don't need to be the main focal point. Like everybody's so special in the band. Scott rips that guitar like nobody else. Troy, the bass lines that he does are impeccable, and like everybody just builds together so well. So just, I don't know. Keep an eye out,